Hello my dear friends, you're on the Military Summary channel, and this short video we're going to discuss events that took place during the previous 20 hours. And the most important updates are coming from Zaporozhye area. The Russian sources are saying that during the previous night, according to the local time, the Ukrainians launched their counteroffensive operation from Orekhov to the south in direction of Tokmak. That attack was repulsed by the Russian forces, and according to deployment map and according to the Russian force sources, that attack was repulsed by 291st Motorized Regiment. The Ukrainians had losses and were forced to step back. The Russians are saying that that wasn't a real offensive operation or counteroffensive operation, that was some kind of recon combat where the Ukrainians were trying to connect and to test the forces, a lot of types of forces in this area. They were trying to test the Russian air defense forces, Russian connections, radio signals, and the most important, Russian speed and Russian reaction to these or that events that Ukrainians took during that offensive operation. Furthermore, the Russian sources are saying, and some Ukrainians confirms, that the Russians took a decision or started some kind of evacuation process from the towns by the name of Vasilievka and Tokmak. Those towns that located are completely very close to the combat line. When talking about the Ukrainians, a few days ago the Ukrainians announced about their own evacuation process, but from Kharkov and Donetsk area. The Ukrainians started evacuation of civilians from Kupiansk, Liman, Zarechny, Yampol, Sever, Slavyansk, Kramatorsk, Druzhkovka and Konstantinovka. So as you can see, the Ukrainians start evacuation exactly from the line where we expect the Russians are going to move, and according to some sources, the Russians started their evacuation process from the line. We understand the Ukrainians are going to attack or to start counteroffensive operation too. Furthermore, this night, according to local time, we received few updates of a drone attack in direction of Zaporozhye and in direction of Odessa. The Ukrainian sources are saying that Odessa was under attack of at least 12 drones, and they're saying that they managed to shut down 12 drones. It's very difficult to analyze this piece of information, whether it's true or not. The Russians published a few video and photo confirmations of fire and explosions in the vicinity of Odessa. Furthermore, a lot of interesting updates are coming from Artyomovsk, Bakhmut. If you take a look at the Western sources map, you see that this map has been updated as we discussed yesterday. Now the entire northern part of the western part of Bakhmut is under Russian control, and now we see that the clashes started in the central military base of Artyomovsk, and furthermore the Russians are trying to move along Piramogi Street, Victory Street, in direction to connect with their forces who currently attacks and storm Kromova. So the Russians are trying to encircle or at least to cut the Russian supply roads onto the north, and it will reduce the possibilities of Ukrainian forces in this town and may force them to start like surrendering process or at least maybe evacuation process from this town. The Russians are saying that there are very heavy clashes, artillery duels and bombings along the Kupiansk front line. As you can see, there are lots of icons on the border with Russian Federation. The Ukrainians moved a lot of forces to the border, trying to make some kind of recall and trying to understand and figure out the Russian position. So the Ukrainians are doing everything to force the Russians to think that maybe there is a small chance or some chance that Ukrainians are going to even to cross the Russian border and to attack the old Russian territory in Belgorod region. From the Russians are continue using massively guided bombs, and this might be a very big game changer during this spring and summer campaign of special military operation. And that's it for this short video. Military Summary channel reminds you to condemn any violence in Ukraine. Thank you for your watching. Subscribe to my channel, put your likes, join my Patreon, and have a good day. Bye bye.